Hi Stampers, it's Mindy here at Bada Bing Paper Crafting, and I wanted to take a minute to show you a video on how I did the cute little embellishment for this card. These cute little coffee cups I've made into a shaker card. You could do lots of things with these, but you know, gluing them on your project, or like I said, a shaker card here. So I thought I'd take a minute and show you how to do this with Shrinky Dinks, which is why I'm in the kitchen on the counter. So I've got my Stamparatus, and I'm going to put the little coffee cup stamp on my Stamparatus and then use Stays On ink. It's very important to use Stays On ink for this project, so the ink will dry on your acetate. And this is my very first time doing a voiceover, so we'll see how this goes. But you want to stamp it down. Don't press too hard because you may distort the stamp. I did that a couple times with my other project. And I probably should have stamped this one once more, but I already moved it and it's fine. So now I'm going to color it with my blends, and you want to give it a second to dry, or if you're impatient like me, you can flip it over, which you'll see me do here in just a second. I'm going to pull the Stamparatus back in to protect my surface. And then you just color it in with your Stampin' blends. These are Cherry Cobbler here for reference. And it's not going to be a super smooth color. The colors won't blend super well. And I did forget my cocoa marker, but for the purposes of this video, it's just fine. So I just took my marker here and carefully colored it in, and then I'm going to take the dark Cherry Cobbler and just do a little bit of blending. And you may be able to see that it stays wet for just a minute, so you want to give it just a second to dry. And I kind of blew on it to get it to dry. And I thought I had everything ready to go. Again, I forgot my it was cinnamon cider marker. And I went to pull my Big Shot over, and I realized that I didn't have the die that goes with this. So I have managed, look at me go, to edit where I go get my die out of the video. And I didn't use the magnetic platform here because mine did not cut out the acetate all the way when I did this previously. So I'm just using the regular cutting plate. You could try the magnetic platform, you could do a shim, but you're gonna see me carefully line it up here, and it's gonna shift on me and I'm gonna have to realign it. But you wanna be very careful. You could use washi tape, or like I said, the magnetic platform. Mine needed a shim for sure, but I just did it on the regular platform. And you will see I'm going to run it through, I think 4 times, and it won't necessarily pop right out. You might have to pop it out. At least I did on a few of them. This one pops out pretty easy once I pick it up because it is a fairly thick plastic. So there you go. There's your cute little coffee cup or cocoa cup. So I'll just take the Big Shot out of the way here. And then I'm working on a heat resistant surface, which is my kitchen counter. And so this next part is important. I have my silicone craft mat. You could bake them in the oven, but I'm impatient. And then you'll see my super technical tool I'm going to use to try to hold it down, a fork for my kitchen, because I can't find my craft tweezers. And if you do use tweezers, you need to use the kind with silicone on them because it will get very hot. So I just gotta use the fork to keep it in place and roll it around. So you're gonna use your heat tool, or again, the oven, and you're just gonna heat it and keep it from blowing all over the place. I just think this is so fun. And you will see it curl up and kind of look like a dried out contact lens, but I have found some people press them with heat resistant materials and like parchment paper when they're done heating. But I've really found that as long as you heat it thoroughly and all the way, you can see it just shrinks up and runs away from me. If you heat it up all the way, it will flatten back out. And so I'm just kind of trying to put the fork in different places so that it hits all of the parts. If you're holding it with tweezers, you'll have to put it down and pick it back up in a different place so that you make sure it's completely flat and heated everywhere. And you can see it a lot better in person when it's done. And you just want to be careful because it's hot. I'm checking to see if it's still hot here, and then it'll run away from you. But how cute is that little cup? And you could apply it to your project with a glue dot, or again, put it in a shaker card like I did. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you'll try some Shrinky Dinks. Thanks for watching.